Hello everyone, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking and thank you for being here. These are your Jupiter in Sagittarius readings and I am doing for each sign looking at the astrology of course, but also at the tarot. So for those of you that are interested in the astrology part of the reading, I've put that part of the reading at the end because a lot of people like to go straight onto the tarot. So this way I can have both parties being happy. So I'd like to make a couple of announcements. I will have beneath in the description box below when the tarot starts, and also the link, actually the timestamp will be down the bottom for the astrology part of the reading as well. Now in the description box I will have the cards that I'm using, the tarot, whatever cards I'm using here today, so I don't need to mention each card. I'd like to say, first of all, happy birthday Capricorn. Many happy returns to you. Happy birthday. This is your solar return. It's your time to shine. And I'd also like to thank Capricorn as well as everyone else, but Capricorn because they are coming first in views, so they will be granted the free timeless reading. But Virgo is waiting on their free timeless reading, so that's going to be uploaded first for Virgo, and then gradually in the new year I will have the new reading, the bonus reading I should say, for Capricorn. Now, look out for January till June 2019 in the next 2-3 days. So I'll be doing the first 6 months of 2019 readings, and then towards the mid-2019 year, I will do the second part of the year. And I will let you know about that when they're uploaded. So January 1st to 15th readings, of course, will be up very soon as well. And today is actually the 28th of December. We're almost finished this year. It's been a tough year for everyone. Bring on 2019, I say. I know through working with people and, just generally looking at the vibes, the energies, it hasn't been easy. So bring on 2019. I'd like to thank all of you in advance for being here, for being supportive of my channel, for following me on social media, everything that you do. Thank you so much. And hopefully 2019 will be a much better year. And I'm looking forward to working with all of you. Thank you again. I'm sending you my New Year's blessings from now. Big thank you from my heart. It's been amazing. What a ride. Thank you from the deepest depths of my heart to all of you, each and every one of you. Even just for writing, for commenting, for liking, whatever you do, you are very much appreciated. And I do hope that my work and my, giving to you has helped you along your path. That would, that humbles me and that makes me feel so happy. Now, just to finish up, I've got a surprise that I'm going to announce in about a month or so. I'd like to tell all of you that on the 22nd of December, when Mercury conjuncted Jupiter, and Mercury is my ruler, I'm a double Virgo. On that day, on the 22nd of December, I had a beautiful surprise. And, it was as though I felt something was coming. And I'm going to announce that early in the new year, as soon as I have more details. Just a little something that I'm really thrilled about, and I'm sure all of you will be, for me. And it will be interesting for you to see in relation to my channel. I will get back to you on that, but I will keep you waiting, because I'm waiting on news as well, so I can't tell you exactly what's happening until the new year. So look out for that. I will keep you posted. Now, I'm going to do a spread where I will be, because we're doing Jupiter in Sag, as an example, just showing you, so I don't have to explain to each and every one of you. Let's say we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, because Jupiter transits a sign, it takes 13 months. Because Jupiter moved into Sagittarius, its own home sign, on November 8th. It will be moving out of Sagittarius on December 2nd, 2019. So I'm doing November, December, January. This is the position. How Jupiter will affect you and your sign. This is November, December, January. Here we have February, March, April. Here we've got May, June, July. And this position here will be when Jupiter will be getting slowly ready to move out of its home sign of Sagittarius. So this position will be August, September, October, and November. Okay? And then I will be pulling a card from the Mythic Oracle. I will put the description, the information at the bottom in the description box below. And I'm taking one card, and here it just happens to be Aphrodite. So this is the Mythic Oracle, and I absolutely love it. That will be your general energy. And I'm also using Lenormand as well as Vera Sibilla for more clarity. And of course the Romance Angels. Okay, so as I said, all the information is in the box below, so just to give you a general overview of what the reading will be about. Alright, now on to the readings, and for those of you, don't forget, that want to listen to the astrology part, I just go into a few more details about Jupiter in Sagittarius and its retrogrades, how it's going to be retrograding. So for those of you that are interested, don't finish the video at the end of the tarot reading. Alright, thank you to all of you. Hello Libra, welcome to Divine Debut. This is Kathy speaking, and this is your Jupiter in Sagittarius reading. Today is actually the 30th of December 2018, so happy that 2018 is finishing up. Libra, thank you for your patience. You're the second last sign that I'm doing. Now this reading is a very important reading because it will be able to be looked upon up until the 2nd of December 2019. So, you know, it is relative for the next year roughly. Dear Libra, you can always come back and watch the reading again. Let's see what this reading is going to show for you. What is Jupiter doing for you? And Jupiter for you, dear Libra, is in your 3rd house of communication, short distance travel, neighbors, siblings. It's, you know, small groups of people. And 3rd house in the natural horoscope is ruled by Gemini, and the 3rd house is right opposite the 9th house, which is the house of Sagittarius. So whatever is going on in Sagittarius is in opposition to the 3rd house. So what I want to say is that it is an important time for you. Your 3rd house will be affected. Let's see, because for those of you that are into astrology, you would know that the 3rd house is right opposite. It's the karmic partner of the 9th. And the 9th house is the house that is ruled by Jupiter. So let's see, dear Libra. And I'm doing one card for each quarter of the year. So the first position that I'm taking now is November, December, and January. What a way to go. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, to begin with. And then we've got, and January, dear Libra, is the time of eclipses. So that means in about 6 days we're having the first eclipse, okay, on the 5th or 6th, depending on where you are in the world. We are, no, it's not 5th or 6th, I would say, I'm going to say 5th because I think, yes, logically the 5th would be if you're in the northern hemisphere, the 6th if you're in the southern hemisphere. So, and then on the 21st or 22nd if you're in the southern hemisphere, we've got another eclipse. So it's eclipse season. Let's see what the position of February, March, April brings for you. Wow, and 10 of Cups. And this is Mars. Mars in Pisces. And you know what, dear Libra? Mars is at the last degrees. In a matter of a couple of days, Mars is moving back home into Aries. So, yeah, beautiful. Let's see what the position of May, June, July, which is eclipse time. July, we've got 2 eclipses, as well as this is the period where actually from April 10th, so we start here, April 10th until August 11th is when Jupiter will be retrograde. And we've got the devil crowning your reading. And this is the energy of Capricorn. And we know that retrogrades are time to go inwards, turn inwards. It's very potent energy. Take time out and redo things. Retrogrades are good for that. Let's see what the August, September, October, November has got. Knight of Wands. Sagittarian energy for me, this card. Knight of Wands is someone who moves around a lot. Okay, it's a fire sign, I would say more than likely. We're talking about Sagittarian energy. Let's take a mythic oracle of the ancient Greek Pantheon. This deck is, it's the first time I'm using it. I love it. It's all about the, all about mythology, the gods, the Greek gods, the heroes. Okay, so let's take one card, dear Libra, for you and what needs to be known. And I will be reading from the booklet at the end of this reading. So, Libra, this is your card, and we've got Mnemosyne, inspiration. So, this is when we think of someone, when we bring someone back into the mind, when we think of someone, you know, logically you could say it's in memory of. So this is going back over things from the past and looking over those, looking over those things from the past. Things, situations, people. So it's in remembrance, we could say. Here we've got the sign of Virgo here, as you can see there. And some of you may be on the cusp with Virgo, or you may be involved with a Virgo. Let's take an astrology card as well. Okay, so we've got Earth, and we've got the devil, so we're talking about Capricorn, the energy of Capricorn, sun, moon, or rising. We've also got the 10 of Cups, which shows Pisces. So out of the water signs, I'm going to say it's Pisces. And it's funny that we've got Virgo here, Pisces here. That is the axis, Virgo, Pisces. Now, this could be taking you back to the time when the nodes were in Virgo. North node was in Virgo, south node was in Pisces, which would have been, let's say, about roughly 2.5 years ago. 2.5 years ago, roughly. This could be a situation from back then that is coming to the forefront. Now, Mnemosyne is number 4, and 4 is all about home and family, your roots, okay, your foundation, and your, also this could be your heritage. Let's see what the planet cards are saying. We've got Mars, your physical energy, drive, strength, and fighting spirit. So Mars is the warrior, we have to remember that. And Mars rules Aries as well as Scorpio. Now Mars, which is all about creativity, inspiration, again, we've got inspiration here also. Mars, which can be aggressive energy, can be very passionate, sexual energy, as well as our drive, our energy, okay, our will to fight for things. Now, here with the Mars card, yes, it does talk about physical energy. Everyone's physical energy is coming back because in 2 days, Mars is moving into Aries. It is beginning a brand new cycle. Okay, Aries is the first sign of the zodiac. So Mars being there is very strong. So I'm going to take a card from the Romance Angels in relation to your love life now. Now, as I said, Mars rules Aries as well as Scorpio. So you may be dealing with someone who's got strong Mars in their chart, even if they are not Scorpio or Aries. They could have a very strong placement of Mars. Okay, so let's take a card. Spirit guides and angels for Libra and their love life. So Jupiter and Saturn transit. Okay, for Libra, what's showing up? And we've got the card. And we've got retreat. It's time to disconnect from the world. So it looks as though these people are taking time out, you know, leaving people behind. They're doing things for them. They're spending time. Okay, this is a very important relationship here. Retreat means also to go on a holiday. This could even be a honeymoon. Okay, these people are taking time out. They're enough for each other. They don't need the outside world. Okay, and this doesn't only mean honeymoon, but retreating, disconnecting from the world and spending time with, you know, one-on-one with a person that's very important to you. So here in the position of November, December, January, dear Libra, we've got the Ace of Coins. And this is a big, strong pentacle. This is physical. This is tangible. This is some new beginning that you have already had. Now, maybe you've already moved house because today is, let's say, 30th of December. Now, this transit has begun from the 8th of November. So it's been almost 2 months. I believe that for most of you, this could have already started. So this is some new beginning, something to do with your home, your family, your stability, could even be work. Maybe you've begun a new business. Maybe you've bought a new home. Okay, whatever this is something that's going to, it's going to be stable. It's going to be very dependable. Now, if this is a relationship that you have begun, and this could have even been a marriage, maybe you've begun a family here. This could even be a child. Because we do have retreat. So this could be, you know, having started a new life with someone, having moved in together. The Ace of Pentacles can be anything, even a new business, as I said. Very positive energy. Looks like this pentacle is growing roots where it is. Stability is coming in for you. This is great. in the months of November, December, January. Now, for some of you that, because this is, this section is for January as well, and we're not there yet. So some of you don't know already that some new beginning is starting for you. I will come back. Now, maybe you're dealing with a Capricorn person. Maybe you've begun a relationship with someone who's got strong Capricorn. And because the devil here, which is the sign of Capricorn, and that is where the South Node is, you may have begun a relationship with someone from your past. The devil is Capricorn, and it does speak of authority. It speaks of career. It does speak of becoming the boss, becoming the authoritarian. Now, just as I'm doing this reading for you, the sun is practically on top of Saturn. The sun is catching up to Saturn. Now, both the sun and Saturn are very strong energies, strong deities. Now, Saturn is the Lord of Karma, and Saturn is also the Lord of Time. Saturn poses a lot of restrictions, and Saturn can also be the father, as well as the sun. The sun can also be the father. The sun can also be clarity. It can be health, vitality, energy. We've got energy here with Mars, right? But as I have said, Saturn always poses restrictions. Now, know that with this conjunction, this transit, if you've been doing the right thing, this is going to be a beautiful time, okay? So there could be any sort of difficulties stemming from, relationships with a male parent or a boss, or if you've been standing in your integrity and doing the right thing, then this could be a really good time of receiving, because Saturn tends to give back when you've put in the hard work. Okay, so also other Saturn characteristics could be shyness, depression, or even, being too critical of people, of others and yourself. So maybe, and this could be true for you, dear Libra, maybe you've got someone in your life that is critical, too critical for your liking. And you could be doing this to others as well. So it goes both ways. So the devil is, as I said, Capricorn. It's the highest point in the horoscope. It's your goals and your aspirations. The fact that the devil is here says to me that you're putting in a lot of hard work. Capricorn is all about putting in the hard work. And check this out. Look at the similarities in the devil card. It's like we've got two pentacles here in both these cards. Okay, so this could be, let's say you've been working real hard, so you've bought a new place, or you've invested in a business, and the business will bring you a home, will bring you the return on, your hard work. As I said, this is Saturnian, but this is your highest aspiration. It's to succeed through work. It's to become the authoritarian. It's to break away from any chains that are binding you. For those of you that are feeling that you've got someone restrictive around you, and, you're going to feel this energy more so around May, June, July, mid-year. Okay, that's when you're going to feel this energy more so, I feel. And restrictions could come from obligations, too many obligations, if it's not an actual person. Sometimes it could be time that's restrictive for you. And we know that with retrogrades, Jupiter will seem to be going much slower. When the planet turns retrograde, it stations in the sky before it turns retrograde. And when it stations retrograde, it's actually stopped in the sky, and that's going to happen roughly in April. So we're looking here. Now this is the time here, February, March, April, towards the end of this this period here, that you've got some sort of a completion. Something is going really well for you. Something around the family, happy family, feeling warm, snug, comfortable. Look at this, look at the cat and the dog. They're best friends, and you don't get to see this very often. Okay, so it seems as though there's two people from different cultures, different backgrounds, I want to say, and that's what Sagittarius is all about. Sagittarius is about foreign places and people. It's all about spirituality, your truth, going on that adventure, looking at the bigger picture. This is what you're hoping to get to, and you're already here when February, March, April. This is the potential for you, dear Libra, to get to vast happiness. When I say vast happiness, this could be the whole family. There is something happening where the whole family is celebrating. Look at all these cups. They're all, overflowing. We've got the 10 cups that are filled. So this is bliss here. Okay, so I believe that something is happening incredibly for you that is going to bring much happiness here. But there is a sense of completion here as well. So after the eclipse, and we're already into the eclipse energies. So this is what's hovering above you, the Ace of Coins. And here we've got the 10 of Cups. So these two energies work really well together. They speak of emotional happiness as well as stability and physicality. Physical happiness, emotional happiness, physical and tangible completions and new beginnings. We've got a 1. The 10 breaks down to a 1 as well. It's as though this is the Ace of Cups. Now, as I said, we've got Piscean energy here. Here we've got Virgo energy. Now, Virgo is all about the 6th house. It's the natural 6th house in the zodiac, which is what you do, your daily routine. Okay, could even be work because we go to work every day, correct? Pisces is also the completion, and it's so funny because Mars is completing in Pisces. And wow, I mean, this is incredible, which says to me that in relation to what Mars is doing, you are beginning a brand new cycle. So something is going to complete, as I said here, and it's going to start again from the beginning. Now, could it be in the same realm to do with family, with a lot of happiness? Yes, it could be. There could be a continuation because it's this position here that actually is the 10, so it's the end and the beginning. Here with the Devil, again, we've got that Ace of Pentacles in the background. Now, some of you, we've got 2 pentacles here. These could be 2 different homes. These could be 2 different businesses. These could even be twins. For those of you that are falling pregnant, we've got the Happy Family card here. For those of you that are falling pregnant with twins, and let's say that this was something that you were doing over and over again. It looks as though you put in a lot of effort. Hubba hubba, dear Libra. You put in a lot of effort. But the card of Saturn here says that through the effort and through putting in the hard work, you reap the rewards. So behind this Devil and whatever this energy is for you, behind, in the background, we've got something that is going to stabilize for you. Saturn is going to give you the gifts. That's what I feel with this card of the Devil. Now here in the position of August, September, October, November, we've got the Knight of Wands, and this is passionate energy, quick action, movement, travel, anything to do with foreign places and people. Again, this is the night that moves. They've got ants in their pants that they cannot stop for a minute. They're always on the go. Now, this could mean travel for work. For others of you, this is you even could be traveling to see people at a distance, family. This could be when you are promising that you will be traveling. You could be booking your tickets here. Some of you could even be buying a holiday house, let's say. Now, the Knight of Wands is a Sagittarius, Aries, or Leo. Very passionate, just like the Devil. The Devil is very sexual energy as well, as you can see here. Very sexual energy, and there is a lot of energy in Capricorn as we speak. We've got, as I said, the Sun, Saturn, Pluto is there. Pluto is actually, let me just see. Pluto is sextiling over to Venus, which is in Scorpio. At this time, Venus is still in Scorpio. We're going to be changing the year with Venus still in Scorpio. So it is a time of, the deepest, darkest desires that we have. Now, Venus could also be a project, okay? So Venus is anything that we value, and Venus will, in about 10 days roughly, she will be moving into Sagittarius, and she'll be coming close to Jupiter, and that's going to be quite the transit. Everyone's going to be looking forward to that, because Venus is everything beautiful, and Jupiter is expansion and growth. So we've got something really nice to look forward to. I would like to take some more cards. So you could be, if you are dealing with a relationship here, and it could be a very sexually orientated relationship. There is a lot of passion with Mars. Now, you're either dealing with a Piscean person, dear Libra, Pisces or Virgo, and we've also got Sagittarius as well as Capricorn. And I'm going to mention Scorpio as well, because Scorpio and Aries, because Mars is the ruler of those signs. So now we're talking Sun, Moon, or Rising. Let's take some more cards and get more clarity on what we see here. And we've got the first card on top of the Ace of Coins. We've got the Page of Wands. So this could be a literal child, a fire sign child. Now usually this is the minor arcana of the Fool. Now the Fool would be Aries, but I suppose we could say Aries, but this is any fire sign. This is wanting to take a risk. There is a passionate message coming through from a youthful energy. So it's very spontaneous, very childlike, very innocent, but there is a lot of energy behind it. So Mars is here, remember? So if you're taking a risk on stabilizing something for yourself, it's going to pay off. Let me look at the Ten of Cups. And we've got the Six of Wands. This is glorious. Glorious indeed. More wands, more passion, more inspiration and creativity. This is success and recognition and receiving the awards, receiving that pat on the back. So worldwide recognition. We've got Sagittarius here. Some of you may, if this is business, yes, you are showing your talents to the world. It is a 6, which is a number of balance. Now this is funny. We've got Leo and Jupiter here. So I'm going to have to mention Leo as well. Let's not forget that the Sun, which is almost going to meet up with Saturn, is the ruler of Leo. And Leo is all about true love. It's all about what you've created and what you've given, what you're showing to the world. Leo is also about children. It's all about having fun, being joyous, taking a risk, taking a gamble. And as I said, showing your talents to the world. So this is beautiful, beautiful energy. Let's go into the position of the devil, which is May, June, July. And we've got the Nine of Swords, yes, on top of the devil. I understand. I understand. So these are your deepest, darkest fears. You feel as though you cannot make this, you cannot accomplish this, you cannot beat this devil, whatever this is in your life. This could even be, for some of you, I mean, this could be trying to drown your sorrows, trying to get over any situation that has been bothering you, that has been too difficult for you. Maybe this relates to time, to obligations, anything that Saturn represents. Okay, so the swords are all about our intellect. They're our left brain, our logic. So it's all about communication. Nine of Swords is lack of sleep. It's nightmares. It's having worked too hard where, you know, you're working way too hard, not being able to sleep, not being able to relax. Let's take one more card. What is this worry? And we've got the Nine of Cups here. So Nine of Cups, yes, can be a wish card, but again, it could be too much drink, too much play, too much celebration, too much going out, overindulging, too much work. Nine of Cups can be doing too much of anything that could become harmful to you. Now, I want to say to everyone that, as I explained in the astrology part of the reading, which is at the end of the tarot, Jupiter is going to be squaring over to Neptune in Pisces for the whole year. Now, I've already given the dates in the astrology part of the reading, so the exact dates of when they will be exactly squaring. And it's not easy because, you know, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Overdoing it, Neptune could be the use of drugs, alcohol, anything to do with, you know, zonking yourself out, drugging yourself out, anything that's going to make you have illusions, disillusion. Sometimes, even with this energy here, the Nine of Swords, this time could be a time of disappointment, because sometimes we can over-exaggerate with Jupiter, and Neptune can be the illusion. Neptune is also spirituality, but Neptune can also be the divine love, the higher realms. You know, it's the higher octave of Venus. So if we're talking about you're making someone I should say, in your eyes could seem as though they're so amazing, and then they could fall from grace and you get the shock of your life because they've done something that you did not expect, and that could be the illusion, you know, being broken. So beware at the time of the retrograde that you do not use too many drugs. Try not to overtake drugs. It's not going to behoove you. Try not to overdrink and try not to overeat. Whatever, you know, you're indulging in. That's what the Nine of Cups can also speak of. Now, there's two sides to this reading here. There is the energy of having someone on top of you that is giving you a lot of worry, being in a cycle that you cannot break, which obviously could bring nightmares to your life, literal and metaphorical. Now, this could be someone else in your life who's doing this. And then again, we've got the other side of the coin, the flip side of the coin, which says that through a lot of hard work, okay, you may not be sleeping enough because you're working too hard, but your wish could be coming true. So it's a general reading. Let's look at the August, September, October, November. And we've got the 6 of coins. Wow. Libra, this is your energy. So this is money coming through. This is you finding your balance. This is you having succeeded with whatever you're doing, and you're at the point where you can help others that are in need. For others of you, this could be a legal issue that has started here in the time of Jupiter retrograde, May, June, July. And don't forget, I don't remember if I've mentioned, July is another eclipse month. So again, you know, around eclipse time and after, we're still in the energies. So the 6 of coins is, you know, trying to balance out the scales. Now here, the scales in this card are not completely balanced, but it's a beautiful energy. It's got a lot of green, which is all about growth. So I would say that this card, and we begin from here with the Ace. There is a lot of growth, and I believe that with Jupiter, the position of when Jupiter returns back to, I should say, turns direct and finishes up on the last degrees of its home sign of Sag, that's when he's going to bring the biggest presents. So that's going to be the payoff then. Let me take some Lenormand right now, and I'm going to take 1 or 2 cards on each position for more information. Let's look at the Ace of Coins, Page of Wands. So there is a message here of something that you're going to stabilize, something that you're cashing in on, something that someone may be investing. Someone could be investing in you and your creativity, your qualities. They believe in your qualities and your abilities, and obviously here you obviously prove them right, that they were right. Okay, and there can be a little bit of ego here as well, okay, which does bring the shadow side of Leo. Now, we've all got ego as long as it's healthy and not too much. Let's look at the position November, December, January. Here we've got the moon, and the moon in the Lenormand is all about true love. It's all about the divine love, the spiritual love. Now, let's say that the moon can also mean the things that it means in the tarot, I suppose. So anything to do with motherhood. Okay, and having this card right on top of the Page of Wands, obviously this has got to do with your mother. If you are the Page of Wands, which I don't think so, for most of you this is a child of yours, or a child that's coming along with another relationship. So the moon can also mean psychic abilities. As I said, this could be the time of the eclipse. We've got a full moon eclipse. Sorry, I think it's a new moon eclipse. Let me just, yes. Let me just check, because I can't remember off by heart. Yeah, it's a total lunar eclipse on the 21st of January. On the 5th of January is a partial solar eclipse. So here, logically, we're talking about so it's a partial. This is the moon, though. It looks as though it's the eclipsed sun. So I would say that this is the partial solar eclipse, even though it's the moon here. We do have the number 32, which adds up to a 5. And on the 5th of January is when the partial solar eclipse is happening. So more than likely we're talking about the first eclipse, not the second one in January. Sorry about that. My computer just stopped recording. So I was saying that here you will know in your own personal situation what's happening on which eclipse, roughly when. I did give you the 5th of January, but it could be on the 21st that we're talking about. Now, 5s always speak of something coming in to bring change. What's coming in to bring change for you? It's going to be a message. It's going to be a spontaneous message from a youthful person. If this is not someone young, if this is not a child of yours, then this is a risk-taking message that's coming through. Let's see what the 10 of Cups and Six of Wands wants to read, and the card fell in my lap. It's the dog, and this is someone who's very loyal. This is companionship, friendship. Now, this is a number 18, which adds to a 9. 9 is the natural house of Sag. And also, 9 is also a completion. But here we've got 18, which is the number of the moon. Again, the moon rules the house of Cancer, which is the 4th house of family. Okay, your foundation, your heritage, your stability. So there is someone that is quite loyal here. This could be a friend. And a friend in need is a friend indeed, I want to say here. So could there be a friend that's coming to your aid? Even though we've got positive energies here, we don't know what this eclipse is going to bring, what this risk is. Let's take one more card. And we've got the Mountain. Wow. So there is some sort of, okay, so there is some sort of a blockage here. Some sort of a block or a mountain that you're going to have to climb. Now, it's a 21, which adds up to a 3. So that speaks of expansion. But there is something that is holding you back here. Now, could it be Saturn, Saturn, the devil, here, that is holding you back from completing your, being recognized, even though this card is here, but you know that sometimes with tarot, we're not exactly on time. We can't know the exact time when something's going to happen. So just so we can find out what that's all about, let's take one more card for you. And we've got the Whip, which is the rod, and it's a number 11. So this could speak of sudden changes. So arguments, this could be strife, but it's not strife here, people, because the Whip can also be something suddenly going really, really well, something unexpected that comes in, that is fantastic, that it's going to make you be on top of the world. And having this number 11, the rod here, I would say that there is sort of like you're on the way to success. You have some sort of blockage, and then some sort of a, hanging in the midst. I see the hangman, and then smack bang, all of a sudden, straight through that new door, number 11, straight through that new fated time door, whatever it is you're going through here. As you can see, with the 6 of Wands, you're moving straight into this card here, which is called Inspiration. And we will read on this card. So let's see what else we've got. The Devil, a 9 of Swords, and the 9 of Cups, which is in the position May, June, and July. May, June, and July. What's going on in the retrograde season of Jupiter, and July being eclipse time. So we've got the Flowers, the Bouquet, number 9, Again, this is Jupiter bringing in the goods for you. This could be some sort of an offer that's coming through here. The flowers are beautiful. Okay, it says the flower bouquet is a bell that rings with happiness. Let it ring throughout your life and sing a tune of sweet gladness. So this Nine of Cups that's here, I'm going to say that whatever you've put hard work in, even though you feared the worst, it's paying off with this 9. Look, 2 nines together. And they do say that when the planet is retrograde, it is stronger. So let's see what comes in after that. And we've got the fish. Oh my God. This is success. Success with money, with business. Money's coming through for you. Luck is coming through. Through hard work, of course. But the fish is also unexpected. You know. It's a number 34, which adds up to a 7. It is the divine number. And if we add up the 9 with a 7, that's 16, which is the energy of the tower. And the tower is sudden. And Uranus will be in Taurus, which brings in the comforts. It brings in the values. Okay, so Uranus in Taurus, wow. At the moment, right now, speaking of that, Uranus is almost at the 29th degree. It's at 2838, but it's still retrograde. It will be moving direct on the 6th or 7th of January. And I would say in March, it's moving into Taurus. So let's see. Knight of Wands, 6 of Coins. Knight of Wands, 6 of Coins. And this is at the time of August, September, October, November. Now, one card fell out. So we've got the cross. The cross could speak of faith. That's what Sagittarius talks of. Faith and spirituality. Again, this adds to a 9. Now, this could be some sort of a burden for some of you. It could speak of suffering. Not everyone is on the same page. Not everyone is born at the same time. So, let's see what comes after that. So, any sort of movement and travel or legal situation could be a bit of a burden in your life, but you need to keep the faith, stand in your truth, and you've got new beginnings here with the number 1. After that, this could be, and we've got the horseman on top of the Knight of Wands. So quick travel. This could be a visitor that's coming through, someone who is very passionate, okay, someone who, now you may have thought that this person could be someone that plays around. This is the knight that could be quite the player, but it's not always the case for me here. We are doing a Jupiter in Sagittarius. I would say more than likely that this is the energy of Sagittarius. And here we've got movement, travel. Okay, so this is a brand new beginning. This is a visitor. And the rider brings new things. It says from foreign lands, right? So it's either you doing this or someone else that is doing this for you. They're bringing in news, they're coming in to visit, or the other way around. Let me take some Sibillas, please. And I'm going to take, before I go on with the Sibillas, I just want to take one tarot card for Mnemosyne here. Mnemosyne in English, Mnemosyne in Greek. I might even take 2 cards, we'll see. Oh goodness, we've also got the sign of Cancer here. I did not notice that. So we've got the sign of Cancer. Remember how I said the 4th house of home and family? Okay. Now the North Node is in Cancer. So this Cancer is also the mother. Usually it's the mother. because it's ruled by Cancer, the fourth house is ruled by the moon, okay, which is feminine energy. And Virgo's a feminine sign as well. But the fourth house could also speak of parents, even though the 10th house is more the father. Oh my God, check this out, everyone. I'm just slowly noticing everything. We've got the sign of Sag here. Incredible. So, sorry for taking a break, just looking at that. Yeah, I'm just wondering why those three signs are there. We've got fire, water, and earth. Let's take 2 cards. And we've got the Knight of Swords, which is the air sign qualities that we've got with the Nine of Swords. Now, this could speak of communications. This is a very quick energy. Sometimes the Knight of Swords can be an argument, but it can also speak of wisdom, quick action, quick wisdom coming through. It can be difficult energy. Look at the card. Look at the storm that is brewing in the background. So if you are dealing with another air sign, so Gemini, Aquarius, or Libra, let's see what else. And we've got the Eight of Cups. Some of you may actually be leaving if you have been dealing with an air sign that is difficult. The Eight of Cups also does remind me of spiritual growth. Okay, we've also got the sign of Pisces here on the moon. It's funny that Pisces is usually, it doesn't usually fit with the moon, but here we've got so much water. This speaks of a lot of completion, a lot of emotion and completion, I want to say. And if you look at the man, he's like an octopus. He's half man, half octopus. So number 8 usually does speak of the house of Scorpio. Scorpio is everything that is hidden, whatever is hidden beneath. And look at what's hidden beneath the water here. This can be quite scary. Nevertheless, the octopus has got 8 tentacles. That's why it's called octopus, right? 8 tentacles, which speaks of a foundation of 8 people. Now, this could be someone leaving home in a rush, in a hurry, because of emotional issues. So there could have been a family of 8 and one person is leaving. So there will be 7 left. And this could be Libra, this could be you for some of you, and this is not for everyone, of course. This is a card, a message maybe for 1 or 2 people because of an argument and a disagreement. And this could also, my goodness, be careful with the overdoing it with the drugs, with the alcohol. Remember, this seems as though someone has gone far out to sea, far out into the illusion part of their psyche. They're living in their illusions. And once you get too far out that way, it's very hard to come back in. So if any of you that are cross-watching are dealing with someone like that, please try and look at these signs before we get to, such a difficult position of being at the 8 or 9. because here we've got the Eight of Cups, here we've got the 9. Now, one message that just came to me. This is a message for one person and one person alone. Someone had lost either a son, a daughter, more than likely a son or even just a partner, someone who was quite young and youthful. They had lost them through drowning. And this is a time where their memory, and I'm getting the goosebumps. It's a very important time for you to remember this person, to go and light a candle. They were Pisces, more than likely. Pisces with strong air in their chart. It's a very important time to remember this person and to, I don't know, in memory of them, do something. Let's take 3 Sibillas on this position here. And we've got pleasant conversations. This is like the Ace of Cups. We've got alegría, merriment, happiness again. Out having drinks with friends, family. And here we've got ladro, which is the thief. Something gone wrong, difficult energy, something gone missing. The outsider that's come into your life, your family, your home. Let's take one card, and we've got the Dottore. This is a number 13, which is the number of death. The Dottore is all about healing. Thank goodness for the doctor. That's all I can say. Oh, okay. I was going to go here now, and what just fell open? Imeneo, number 1 again. Okay, so a spiritual bond. This is an agreement, a contract, whether this is business, love, even an agreement through family. But this is a romantic love as well. Someone is popping the question. Someone is going to get married. We've got the omaggio di preziosi, the precious gift, okay, coming in. And sometimes the precious gift could even be the child, you know. And this could even be pregnancy. And look at what's come out now. Prigione. The devil is here again. Those restrictions are knocking on the door. This authority is knocking on your door. And I believe that this is karma. I really believe that this is karma, dear Libra. There's something from a past life that you need to go back to do. Now, please take the time of Jupiter in retrograde mode from April 10th to August 11th. Please take the time, go back into what obligations, what you had to do, what responsibilities you had, either to family, people, whatever it is. Saturn is asking from you that you need to do something. You need to do something to break away from this karma. And then the doors will be wide open to beautiful things in your life. And this is like the hermit. Go within, you will receive the answers. And this is like the energy of Virgo. So Virgo is being of service. Virgo has got to do with health, with hospitals. Give some money. Donate, dear Libra. Donate to the hospitals. Donate to the poor. Give some to those who are in need. Give help to the children. Let's look at February, March, April. So someone is putting in a lot of thought here with the pensiero. Now this could be a solicitor that is assigned to some sort of a situation. Now this could even be real prison. Someone is in prison and they're trying to work on getting out, becoming free, and that's probably not going to happen until mid-year. I would say on the eclipses of July. Okay, let's look at the position. February, March, April. We've got Amica, which is harmony and balance. A confidant, a best friend. And this could even be same as the pensiero. And we've got the dog. It's right on top of the dog, which says that you've got a friend that is close to you here. We've got the merchant, which is import-export. Thinking strongly about business, spreading your wings, you know, doing business with foreign people, foreign lands. Now here we've got a number 13 again, which brings to mind death and transformation, which is Scorpio, right? Now here with this merchant, he does look like someone who's from, you know, a desert country, from Saudi Arabia, that area. Whatever the situation here, this person is not taking it lightly. They're putting in a lot of thought. So that could be a lot of thought in contracts, legal issues, anything to do with friendship as well, partnering up with a friend through business. Here we've got the allegrezza al cuore, merriment and happiness. So this is some sort of a celebration, but you know what? This is like the Five of Cups. So there has been some difficulty here with this mountain, and this could be someone is blocking your happiness. So a third person may be blocking your happiness. Sometimes they do say, choose company and three is a crowd, and don't forget this here. Some of you may have a friend that is always around. I think that it's time to take time out for you and them, for you and your partner, for you and your beloved. Let's look at the crowning area, which is May, June, July. We've got falsita. Falsita is deception many times, lack of trust. Here we've got la reunion, someone coming back from the past, some sort of a meeting taking place. Now, this is like not believing or disbelieving, I should say, that the person from the past would come back. Having that you're having your darkest fears, darkest nightmares about not getting back together with a person that you're in love with. We've got la reunion here. Yeah? That your wish is not going to be granted, whether this is business, a meeting of, you know, a business meeting or a romantic meeting. But look, they've always been loyal to you, dear Libra. There's the dog again. This is incredible. And there's the friend again. Be careful with friends and jealousy. Now, we've got one loyal person here and one could be jealous. Falsita can be a card of deception, someone wanting to use you because, you know, just like the kitties, and don't get me wrong, I love cats. I've got 2 of them. But you feed them and then they really don't care. You know, they're lovey-dovey all until you feed them, and then they go off and do their own thing. So let's see what we've got here. We've got Vecchia Signora, which is the visitor. Again, we've got the visitor. This is an elderly woman. This is a situation that has actually, you know, come to some sort of a maturing stage. We've also got Superbia, which can speak of ego, but it can also speak of that the advice that is being given to you is going to work in your favor. So whatever is burdening you, know that through counsel, wise counsel, you will come out really well. Let's take one more card. And we've got the Ace of Pentacles, the denaro, the security. This is like the Ace of Pentacles, but this also speaks of, you know, and a very abundant marriage. Now, when I get the Imeneo and the Ganado together, this is like twin flame soulmate relationships. This is something that is steady, something that's not going to change, because this is the safe. Okay, this is security, your stability. How easy is it to lift and move a safe? How easy is it? It's not, is it? Which means that this person, if this is a person, if this is a beginning that you're having, it is stable. It's going to, you know, it's steadfast. It's not going anywhere, and it's going to stay forever. I did say forever. And it's the Six of Cups. It's someone from your past. For some of you, this is someone from your past. Someone that you used to play with when you were a child. Someone from a previous life, just like I said, could be a twin flame or a soulmate connection. Dear Libra, wow, lots of news here, lots of energies, lots of cards. For those of you that are leaving behind an air sign, as I said, there could be an argument here. Now, this could be a friendship. If not, it doesn't have to be someone who you're in a relationship with romantically. This could be a friend. Some of you could have a friend that is jealous of your relationship. Okay. Can't even pick up the cards. I wanted to say that for those of you that are single, I would say more than likely we've got strong energies here with Pisces. We've got strong Pisces. We've also got Cancer, Virgo, Sagittarius, of course, and Capricorn. So any earth sign, I want to say mainly Virgo and Capricorn, right? Taurus, not so much. I don't have indications of Taurus. But I've also got Aries. So I did mention Leo. So Aries, Leo, and Sag. Pisces is the water sign. Pisces and Cancer. Scorpio, not so much, you guys. Not so much. And then the air sign would be mostly, if not a Libra, then we are talking about an Aquarian, I would say, because Aquarius is the Aquarius is where the South Node was. It's just recently moved, but Aquarius is also the sign that's opposite Leo. Okay. Let me see, for those of you that don't want to stay on for I'm going to read from the book for you, from the Mythic Oracle. Read up on what Masenghini inspiration means. Let's have a look. Okay, Masenghini is the Titaness of memory and the daughter of Gaia and Uranus. So Gaia is the earth and Uranus is the sky, people, so you know. She mated with Zeus and gave birth to the 9 muses, who are beings of inspiration. Their existence shows that when memory and divinity are combined, it creates true inspiration. So memory and divinity, the message with this card is, memories hold all that we know about life and ourselves. Memory is the sacred record keeper of our lives, yet memory and actuality are often different. Actuality is the account of facts, while memory is about how we internalize these facts and how we have experienced our lives, neither being more true than the other. The divine is the essence of life itself, the universal experience that binds us together and exists both beyond and within ourselves. It is the consciousness of nature, the cycles of nature, life, death, true truth, and love. When this universal essence blends with the inner realm of interpretation and experience, and in brackets, the personal reality, inspiration occurs. Symbols come to life, sound opens inner doorways, and words become keys to unlocking the overwhelming experience of life. If you have drawn this card, then you are being touched by inspiration now. All that you have gathered from your life, as well as all that you feel from life, is awakening now. New worlds and opportunities are opening up within you. Make sure you really feel what you are feeling now. All inspiration received at this time is coming from a divine place and speaks of a truth that is not only personal but also universal. Write ideas and follow them through. New possibilities are opening to you, and you must grab this feeling by the reins and let it take you to new places. Nurture inspiration in your life. Surround yourself with things that bring you to life. Spend time in nature, dance, be creative. Above all, listen to the whispers on the wind, for they are leading you to go beyond the limits of all you've previously known. So I would suggest that you look out for signs. Some of you may just take some time out and just listen. You never know what you're going to hear, Libra. And I believe that you could be receiving messages through signs and through the divine. So thank you so much for being here, for liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting. I do appreciate you all. I hope that these messages were clear and concise for you. If this did not resonate for you, please watch your moon and rising signs as well for more information there. Thanking you all so much. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Okay, for all of you astrology lovers, Jupiter in Sagittarius. Okay, as I said in the introduction, Jupiter moved into its home sign of Sagittarius on November 8th, 2018. That was actually St. Michael's Day for those of you that look into saints, that are Catholic, or even I'm Greek Orthodox, and for us that's a very big day. It's St. Michael's Day, and Michael is my spirit guide as well. So Jupiter moving into its home sign of Sag on that day was a very, very special day for me. And I think that Jupiter's blessings for everyone is very, very different and very, very giving, very abundant for most people. Now, not everyone has got the same astrology. Not everyone is born on the same day. Of course, we're all affected in a different way. But I believe that the blessings come through in different ways for each and every person. Because I believe that as a collective energy, Jupiter being the planet of abundance and expansion and growth, I believe that Jupiter brings blessings. So Jupiter moved in its home sign on November 8th, 2018. It will be there until December 2nd, 2019. So that's 13 months. It's not a year, it's 13 months, just under. So now what is Jupiter? What does it do in its home sign? Well, obviously it's very strong. It's very potent. It feels very happy there. Very happy. Now Jupiter is, and I should say Sagittarius is all about truth, spirituality, foreign places and people at a distance. Jupiter can rule any legalities, legal issues. It likes to expand on everything, even the view, the way Sagittarius looks at the world. It's a big, open place out there. It's a place where you can go on adventures and explore. So you've got a very wide angle of seeing things, as looking at the world as being the bigger picture, looking at things from a wider angle. Sagittarius is also higher education. becoming the guru, you know, looking into studies, becoming the teacher, becoming the educator. So furthering your studies to the point where you can actually become the teacher. That's what Sag is. Now, Sagittarius is a fire sign, so it's very, you know, go get 'em. It's an action sign. It's a sign that's ruled by fire. So it's very passionate. It's very spontaneous. And it's a very, very, very positive energy. So Jupiter being in its home sign of Sag gives that back to us. It likes to expand and grow and bring luck. So that's why today I did these readings on the tarot to see through the astrology and through the tarot how each astrological sign could be affected with Jupiter being in its home sign of Sag. So I'd like to now go on to one or two things that are happening with Jupiter. Now, Jupiter, through the year, through its transit of Sagittarius, will be squaring the other big player, Neptune. Now, Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, and Pisces can be quite delusional. Now, Neptune is also it's the higher octave of Venus. So what is Venus? It's what we value. It's what we place love on, what love is for us, what we treasure, what is dear and important to us. So Neptune being the higher octave of Venus. Now Neptune is actually in its home sign of Pisces. Pisces is the last sign of the zodiac. So it's, you know, Neptune is completing a very, very big cycle because Neptune stays in each sign for about 14 years. So that's a very big transit. Now it's at 14 degrees of Pisces, so it's practically halfway. So it's, you know, coming to midpoint of Pisces, and that's a very important time for whichever planet is transiting its home sign. Now, because Jupiter moves much faster, you know, it does the horoscope every year, whereas Neptune is much slower, and it takes 14 years to complete each sign, not the whole astrological zodiac, okay? So it's, you know, the further out the planet is, the more potent its energy is, the stronger it is. So we're going to have for quite, you know, throughout the year of 2019, we have Jupiter squaring Neptune. Now, as I said, Neptune can be delusional. Neptune could be also the divine love. Neptune is spirit. So Jupiter is expansion and growth and looking at the bigger picture. Now, Jupiter can expand on the positive and the negative. Mostly, I would say on the positive because it's a lucky planet. But when we've got difficult aspects like squares in astrology, that's you know, it's an aspect of difficult tension, difficult energy, which, you know, tension brings change. It's like, you know, pulling a rubber band where it breaks. You know, if you pull too much, the tug of war, let's say, which I usually say that the opposition, where one planet is opposite the other one in the zodiac, that's my tug of war aspect. Now, the square aspect is like pulling on a rubber band. And if you're not careful, that rubber band is going to break. And that's where, you know, you can wreak havoc. That's where you can have a lot of trouble. But sometimes going through difficult energies, through action, because that's what squares make you do. They make you take action, and therefore comes the change. So we just have to be careful with squares to try and work with the energies, go with the flow, See, use your instinct, use your intellect, feel into the energy, meditate. Now, this is what we have to look out for. We may be feeling more suspicious, more how do we say it? Paranoia, more paranoia. I'm getting mixed up with the Greek word because that is a Greek word. We call it parania in Greek, but in English it's paranoia. So we may be feeling that over the time, and I will tell you when it will start, when Jupiter will start squaring Neptune. As well as that, we may be feeling very over-optimistic, too trusting, or we may be idealizing a romantic interest. Let's say we're interested in someone. We may be wearing rose-colored glasses and, being disillusioned of the feelings of the other. So, that's looking at the bigger picture, Neptune is spirit, of course, but it's also disillusion and illusion. So we're looking at something through rose-colored glasses. We're looking at it as being amazingly grand, huge, and so lucky with Jupiter. So be careful with shattered illusions. Now, this energy could also be testing your faith because you may be disappointed. Yes, that's in the mix as well. Beware, and if you have any disappointments, and they could be major disappointments because of Jupiter and the expansion that it makes on things, use your faith. Trust in the universe. Trust in the divine order. Trust in the divine outcome, and trust that you are not alone. Whatever you're going through, there is a reason for that. There is always a reason behind whatever happens. Now, also beware of deception. Neptune can be deception, and Jupiter can expand on that. Now, also in relation to resources, things that we own, you may not feel as secure as what you thought you would be. Even though Jupiter in Sag can bring abundance and can bring a lot of good things to us, Neptune could also be the disillusion, the illusion of having more than what you really have. And also, very importantly, avoid gambling and drugs. It's not a good time at all. Now I'm going to go into the exact squares, when these squares will be taking place. So on the 13th of January 2019 at 14 degrees and 22 minutes, that will be the exact square of Jupiter and Neptune. So they will be squaring exactly 3 times in the year 2019. So the first square, the exact square, will be on the 13th of January 2019. On the second time that they meet up exactly will be on the 16th of June 2019 at 18 degrees and 43 minutes. But at that time, Jupiter will be retrograde. So we always know when a planet goes retrograde, yes, its energy is more potent because it seems as though it's stopped in the sky, even though it's not really stopped. It's just an illusion. It's our view from Earth, the way we see it. And of course, it's closer to the Earth. It's closer to us, and that's why it gives the illusion of retrograding. So, yes, Jupiter will be retrograde at that time, and so will Pluto. And therefore, again, Pluto's energy will be much more potent. And guess what? Saturn, Kronos, the Lord of Time, the Lord of Karma, and Pluto is the Lord of Karma, I should say, and transformation. These 3 big players will all be retrograde. So, Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn will all be retrograde on the 16th of June 2019. Mind you, July, I think it is, when we have the when we're going to have the eclipses. Yes, if I'm not mistaken, it's July. So June, July, very important time of year. Where are we? Just let me tell you, okay, on the 2nd of July and on the 16th of July are the next eclipses. So June, July, very important time of year. Oh, wow. It's going to be important. Now, always with retrogrades, we know we have to go within. We have to, you know, it's a time of working, going inwards and redoing things. So that's, you know, the chance that we're given from the divine to work on things that we need to work on. So if we're not on the proper path, we need to be put on the proper path. Now, third time that they meet up in the sky, on the 21st of September 2019 at 16 degrees 59 minutes. Now, Neptune will be retrograde then, as well as Pluto. So again, the big players, whenever we're talking about the outer planets, Pluto, Neptune, Saturn and Jupiter going retrograde, it's very important. It's a massive time of change. So hold on to your hats for those dates. When we talk of the precise time, that's when the precise aspect, they're right, you know, the square will be exact. So any time just before, I would say, is the most important time, because that's when, you know, when they're coming to become exact, when they're coming closer and closer to the degree to be exact, that's when it's the most strongest and most potent energies that we're going to feel. Once they hit the exact point and they start to move apart, it sort of softens a little bit the energy. Okay, just so you know, it's coming up to those dates where it's the strongest of all the energies. Now, I'd like to also say one more thing before I finish up, that Jupiter going retrograde on the 14th of January 2019 at 14 degrees and 30 minutes, Jupiter will enter its retrograde zone. It does not mean that it's retrograde. It means that it's going to be at the degrees that it will be working on. Okay, so it stops, it will sort of start to slow down, not stop, slow down at 14 degrees and 30 minutes, right? On the 14th of January, it will start to slow down. It's as though, to give you an example, it's as though it's lit up, just like the sun is lit up, the sun is light. Once it starts to move into its shadow period, its light starts to dim slowly, slowly, slowly every day. So once we get to the 10th of April and Jupiter will be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes, that's where it's going to stationary and retrograde. Now when I say stationary, it means it will stop, it will have the illusion that it's stopped, and it will start slowly to start turning retrograde. So think of a ball that's turning, 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 and it stops. That's where it's at its most potent time. And then that's when it's stationary. Then it will start to turn the other way. So it's going to start turning retrograde. That's the time when we go inwards. That's the time where we have to try and communicate in a more practical, more, how do I say it, in a more precise manner. So we have to go over things. We have to check things. Anytime when there's a retrograde, there is miscommunication. Also, we have time to go within and work over things, redo things. That's what retrogrades are about. So, from the 14th of January till 10th of April, that's its shadow period. That's when it's slowing down. 10th of April, until the 11th of August, it's actually retrograde. So that's about 4 months of Jupiter being retrograde. Now, on the 11th of August, it finishes its retrograde at 14 degrees and 30 minutes. So that means that it's come back to the time, to the point where it started its shadow period. Okay, so it's going to go over the same point where it started to slow down. So that's working over things, redoing things. You get what I mean? Hopefully. So it's back to 14 degrees and 30 minutes on the 11th of August. Okay, and it will be going over that time again. It is stationary direct though now on the 11th of August. So that means that it was going retrograde, right? I should go that way. It was going retrograde. And then on the 11th of August, it actually stopped. And it's stationary direct, so it's very potent. And then it starts to go direct, right? From 14 degrees 30 minutes until the 5th of November, when it will leave its retrograde zone. It will be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes when it is out in the clear. It is finished totally from its retrograde period. Now, 5th of November, it's about 3 days before St. Michael's Day, which is amazing. There's another blessing because Jupiter will be outside of its retrograde zone. So it's like it's covering, no, it's not like, it will be covering new turf. Now it's going to be at 24 degrees and 21 minutes, which means it's at the last 6 degrees of Sagittarius. And wow, I mean, at its last 6 degrees of its own home sign, it's going to be flying. And that's where it's going to be showering everyone with its gifts. And we're all going to be, with our hands open and saying, thank you. Thank you for the blessings. Thank you, universe. Thank you, God. And thank you to whoever you believe in. That's when Jupiter is going to shower us with its gifts. So looking forward to that. All right. Now, I hope that, for those of you that are expertise in astrology, you really didn't need all this explanation. This was for those people that really are not very familiar with the astrology. So I hope that was quite clear for you. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for being here. Sending you blessings for the new year, for 2019. I will be back with more. Okay. Bye, guys. Thank you.